This set of teaching tactics will be dedicated to Paine, other known as the Full Throttle. Little disappointed that her BT wasn't related to that, but we'll see exactly what's going on here. Now, as we can see, I'm playing blue side. I don't really like playing blue side. I like playing red side. Hold up, speaking of sides, don't! Man, if I have to reset this match... Okay, we good. See, man, that can go sideways. But one Rosa press, +2 on the stacks. And it's really that easy. Now, as I've said in the past, and people should probably know by now, it's based on buffs. That was quick. We haven't even taken one action and we're at 10 stacks. You better believe it. Now, Paine's BT is just mega loaded. Where should I begin? I don't know. I feel like a lost puppy in the woods. Someone throw me a bone. Oh yes, let us begin here. The Mega Sap. Basically has X-Death's sap on her BT. I know it's very disappointing. X-Death fans are just curling up like, how could you? Well, that's what happens. I wasn't expecting that. 2, she has this Accelerate buff, which stacks up and gives you another turn afterwards. Can be hit or miss depending on your team composition. Red side and blue side is, that's disgusting, slightly different. Now, I believe blue side goes to 4 and red side goes to 3. Sap is significantly stronger on red side and about half on the blue side. Put her in the middle and you just get a mix of both. Oh yes, and the silence, can't forget the silence. Stackable silence. The first time I used it, I'm not even playing, I thought the game was broken. I went up to 44 turns of silence on the enemy. What is the point of that? I mean, who's gonna fight back? 44 turns? Now we have one of the best FR scalings in the game for our general use. The conditions are super lax. Now let's see if I remember it, which I'm pretty sure I do. Status break, super easy because she's gonna have that up regardless. Number 2, here's where it gets a little tricky. Debuffs and buff count has to total at 10. And then there's the level up buff, which is a little confusing to some people. It's basically the 1, 2, 3, 4, which she will be providing to the party and she already has herself. That Accelerate buff basically takes care of that portion. Yeah, that's pretty weak. 244. I'm used to seeing like about 500,000? 400,000 sometimes? The HP sap scales on attack, which is excellent. She'll have plenty of it. So aura stacking, calls, definitely. I usually like to throw in the core call. That's like a free 30k off rip. Amazing. Keep it super high, and the sap is gonna stay nice and healthy. She's got so much going on. The overhead, crystal passives, BT, EX buff. She's doing the same thing at least 4 different times, which is why she's such a menace. Now, that was a lot of talk about Paine, but not about Ramza. We seem to have forgotten that this guy is a beast. Okay, yeah, he hasn't been updated in ages, but he still does what he does well. 300k, max brave, you're welcome. The guy is the Aura God. Next to, is Paine the Aura Queen? I think she has that title. I might be off about this. I'm gonna have to check. Check the records. But these two together is just not even fair. And Rosa's just being Rosa. Get some Brave back, Bazooka, Brave attack. Crazy enough, because damage was one of her worst aspects and now it's ridiculous. Now her buff is at 1, Paine's is at 4. 4, not 3. Gotta remember which side you're on. Now after it gets maxed out, instant turn rate. Now let's go on with this hit. Stabby season. Resets to 1. And as you can see, I have another turn. Stack 1 up to 2. It's also a very quick way to burn your FR if you don't want certain characters to go. Gotta be really mindful of that stuff. 262, yikes. Really gonna have to get Ramza some enhancement board points, but that's a struggle for me. That free-to-play life. We're switching up the game plan. I'm going back to my roots. The red side, my favorite color. Full melee team. Now, Charger in the middle, which is Iris, the fangirl. She looks like a fangirl. I mean, I don't know. 15 isn't exactly my forte, but at glance, looks like it. Now, one thing about red side that sucks is you need to put on so many debuffs. So many. I usually have calls handling that so I can focus on the match. Or if there's a heavy debuffer, problem solved. In most cases, like Lilizette Call, Amy Date a Lion from the Krusty Chronicles will do the trick. But I'm not going to overdo it now because this boss fight has a auto cleanse full screen buff gimmick that's going to come up in a few turns. So I'm being a little safe. Is it 1 turn or 2 turns? It's about to pop up. Let me reposition right behind Paine. Because I don't want to lose the momentum. And here it comes. 66.9. To 83%. See how we just jumped to 10? Mechanics. Totally unnecessary, but I'm feeling kind of evil today. Happy and evil. Straight spirit bomb the boss, because why not? Now this is not the best for him. You don't want Wei to go that many times. He's supposed to sit there and just keep shooting with his swords. Reminds me of that Romeo and Juliet movie with the guns that have sword written on them. I know some people know what I'm talking about, but it's a very strange movie. So thing about Wei is he's just gonna keep following up. Ideally, you don't want him to burn his BT by him actually going. Now this is where Iris comes in handy because she can jump behind whoever she wants, and the nickname I gave her. What was it called? Copy damage, Iris the virus. Yes, her EX will just copy the damage plus a flat amount and kaboom! Balanced. Not really. Is not fair. Which is how I'm gonna close out this match. Should be about 40 million, roughly. Sadly, I don't have her BT. Her BT would add 2 Paine's already crazy arsenal. Iris BT literally puts all stats to 0. Oh my god. Ramza, Iris, Paine on the same team. It's like support heaven. Now the sap works in conjunction with the follow-ups and the turn control, plus the silence, only at 10 count. But do you really realistically need more than like 2? No. %. I'm telling you, one of the best FRs for general use, right here. And now we're gonna close out the match. As I had just mentioned, what am I going to do? Could it be? Yes, it is. We're gonna go to Build-A-Bear Workshop. Let me get the finest material you have. I would like a Moogle. Here you go, Iris. Do what you want with it. You gonna throw it? Please. Don't throw it. I put so much work into that thing. But then again, I don't really like Moogles, so hey, go ahead. GG. Last one, red side. Red side, we're a little weak. Cisne's not really contributing too much to the party, but Ursula BT does help with the Brave maintenance. We've gone over Paine dozens of times over the years. And I'm taking my little shortcut with the Amy call. Gonna end up at 10 off rip. Get set up. Actually allow myself to get hit a little bit, not too much, before the silent shenanigans start. Oh, my eyes. I think I lost my sight. What, huh? Not 90K? That wasn't real. It's April Fool's Day, right? That's not real. I'm gonna fix it, I promise. There we go. 500,000. I've got Core Call up, which is scaling with the BT effect. Sap. Now the objective here is to take the Cisne follow-up with the Sap from Paine, so that's 1, 2, and then Ursula's gonna do Ursa loops, backflips, Olympic gold medalist, consecutive turns. And now we're gonna take full advantage of that. She keeps hitting, we keep getting follow-ups, saps, easy game, easy life. As referenced in the bingo book, throw some sap in there. She's not built to be a strictly damage-dealing unit. She's kind of like in the middle, flexi pick. So only 4.2 million plus 1.9 and 500K. See? Now a problem that this team can run into is if Ursula takes too many turns and ends up in spots where you don't want her. But I think in the case of having the accelerate buff, we can somewhat subside that. Because previously, without the core calls, like 470K, not a lot. But that 30K really does help in situations like this. Oh yes, we're going again. Plus 85. Yes. Told you Ursula's fun. And Cisne is scaling. Not a bad character, just an outdated character. There's a difference. We got this. No worries. I didn't 100% finish them, but that's the point of the carryover. Cisne is still outdated, so some things are gonna happen. Ursula went a few more times than she should have, which did contribute to that. The warping, you know how it goes. Plus I was abusing my turns. May have overdone it just a wee bit. But as we can see, that bonus is making Cisne a monster. Oh my god. I'm just gonna loop this. Don't let him move. No movement. Paine is one of the best characters you can bring on a team. That is not an opinion, it's a fact. The amount of utility and stat scaling is ridiculous. Now, if we want to talk about is she the best damage dealer? Of course not, because she's not built for that. Oh, the 470s. Oh no, I lost my core call. My damage. It's all good though. Now what did we learn today? Aside from Shantoto screaming is super loud. I mean, what you screaming for? Oh, you got kicked in the face. That's why. Makes sense. If I got kicked in the face, I'd be screaming too. I would never get caught in that position.